All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson on how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I don't want to name the video Salakia Eve. Eve is super depressed, all right? Depressed now more than ever, or whichever title Yahweh Shah sees fit I use. And what made me want to do this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Salakia. This morning I was watching the mainstream news or whatever, because sometimes, you gotta kind of keep an eye on that too. Watch that sometime too. Which mainly all I really watch and read is alternative news, alternative articles. All right, 'cause they speak the truth. But every now and then, I will, tune in and watch that too, because they've been giving updates about the war with the small hats and the Arabs or whatever. And they mentioned this morning. All right, which this is an older article. This was actually put up in July of this year. All right, but they mentioned they touched back on this subject again. I guess they did like a further update on it. All right, I couldn't find a newer article. This is the earliest one I could find. But Lord Will's brother can see on the screen. It says more women in the U.S. are drinking themselves to death. Results 5. Research 5. Salakia. All right, so again, this was put up in July 28th, and I guess they went back and did further research on it or whatever. And it's getting higher. Like it says right here, alcohol is still killing more men. But 2 decades of data from the CDC shows that women alcohol-related mortalities is raising at a faster rate, right? And it's skyrocketing because these women out here are depressed. All right. When you read Genesis, the 3rd chapter and the 13th verse, it speaks about how how Eve said the serpent beguiled her, basically charmed her and tricked her into this into committing iniquity, basically to go off. All right. And Esau and the serpent, which was a dark skinned man, which was a dark skinned Edomite. All right. Basically tricked her. All right. Spoke fair words to her and tricked her because the woman is the weaker vessel. All right. And you speed that up to today's time, the serpent, which again is Esau, the so-called white man, has continued to trick Eve. All right. By way of women's liberation acts. You don't need putting that vibration out there that you don't need a man, you're strong, independent, you can do everything by yourself. When in reality, you really can't. A woman, the scripture says a woman should be saved by childbirth. A woman's job is to have a husband, have kids, and run the household. And that's what will truly make you happy. You being out here gathering abroad, jumping off rod to rod, I'm a career woman, all that bullshit, man. All that leads to is depression, man. And that's why you have this situation. Now, again, men are drinking themselves to death too, all right? Because we're ultimately we're all super depressed because we're in the land of our captivity. All right, but you see it, man, with these women, man. More women are committing suicide. Women are on the internet. Some women are starting to be honest, like, damn, this lifestyle or this way of life, this single woman or self-love bullshit, isn't the way to go. A lot of women are starting to figure that out. That this serpent beguiled her, which the serpent again is Esau, just like in the beginning. All right. So again, it says, I'm gonna read a little bit of the article. It says death-related excessive alcohol consumption, and that, again, that's a sign of depression. Alcohol is good. Well, I'm gonna get the scriptures, but alcohol is nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with drinking alcohol. All right, but you gotta, put a cap on it. Drink it in moderation. These women are drinking themselves to death. And I'm pretty sure brothers seen it. Women that get off work all through the week. Not just for Friday, but women that get off work, pour up cup after cup, especially on a Friday when they're getting ready to go out. And really, that's all a sign of depression. You've been out all day, working, dealing with this bullshit here in Babylon. You know, bills are piling up. She got some kids, you know, a few kids. You know, they can't really afford to take care of them. All right, or barely can take care of them. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure brothers out there have seen videos. You know, women out there, you know, are out there ranting and saying, "Look, I can't do this. This single life thing ain't it. I can't take care of my kids. I can't pay my bills." All right, and you women out there are beginning to realize that the serpent has beguiled you again, tricked you again to believe in that shit, man. And now look, he's turning his back on you. And now what? The government's supposed to shut down again. Then they better believe they're going to cut them food stamps. They're going to cut their project housing or whatever. They're going to get rid of that because America's bankrupt. Shit like that, they're going to push out of the way. And that's another way Esau tricked you. You know, if you kick the man out of the house and you be single, you know, I'll help you out. But now look, now he's turning his back on you. And that's what's driving women into a heavy state of depression. All right? But again, women to get off, get drunk, super drunk, go to the bar, go to the club. Then you see him out there, woman, one of her friends holding back a wig or whatever, and she out there puking up her guts in the parking lot, man. All right? No, I'm sure brothers out there have seen it. All right? And that's a state of a depression. And now they're drinking themselves to death, man. All right? Because again, you're waking and starting to realize that the serpent beguiled you. The serpent ain't your buddy, man. He's the fucking devil. And now you are starting to realize it. All right? So death-related excessive alcohol consumption are rapidly rising in the U.S. states, especially among women, a new study finds. While drinking is still killing more men than women, and again, we're all depressed, we're all in the land of our captivity. And even Edomites are drinking themselves to death, you know. But again, like they mentioned this morning on the news, that you know it's jumping through the roof right now for women. All right. The rate of alcohol-related deaths is rising faster among women, according to the report published. This was put up in July. So now again, they took a new poll or whatever, and now they see it's still rising. Because again, all this self-love and independent and all this trash, man. And now the women are starting to realize that all that shit is garbage. That I need to find a husband. I need to have children. I need to start a family. That's what will truly make me happy. Living alone, going home every day by yourself, staring at the walls, listening to the sad R&B music, and drinking yourself to death. All you're doing is killing yourself, and this is the proof. You know, this right here is the proof that the women out there are killing themselves, man. Why? Because they're depressed. All right. Deaths rising faster among women, according to the report published Friday in Jam A Network Open. I guess how you say it. The gender great gap is narrowing, said study leaders. So there you go. It said the gap is narrowing. All right. Let me read this part. It says previous studies found that women are drinking greater amounts of alcohol, and that's a sign of depression. With bringing, and again, there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, drinking liquor, but drinking in moderation, because alcohol will jack you up too, man. With bringing public increasingly common, and that may at least particularly explain the rising rate of complications like cardiosis, if I pronounce that right. He said, and the analysts of 2 decades of data from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, Kara and his colleagues found, if I pronounced that right, Kare, however you pronounce it, found that women alcohol-related mortalities are rising rate rose Salakia by 14.7% as compared to men at 12.5% in men. All right, so with women is going through the roof, absolutely jumping through the roof. All right, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna read because I don't really want to spend too much time on this. But yeah, man, you women are starting to find out that the serpent beguiled you, the serpent tricked you, man. Again, that woman live, be single, be carefree, go out there, hop on ride to ride till you 40 or 50 years old, and then no man will want you. Then you're on the internet complaining, talking shit to younger women, all right, saying that, these men are just using you and all this shit because you're jealous, because you're old now. You know, all this bullshit, man. And then you believe all these years you soaked up Esau's garbage. And now things are coming home to roost. And now you're at home again listening to sad R&B music and drinking yourself to death. All right? And believe me, it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. All right. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 13. Well, believe the scriptures. The scripture says it's going to get a lot worse for you women. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 13. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, what is that thou hast done? The woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. All right, let's look up the word beguile real quick. Let me pause it real quick. Matter of fact, you know what I can do? Let's do this. Siri, what does the word beguile mean? Let's do this.
One moment. Here's what I found.
Salaki brothers. Siri, what does the word beguile mean?
I found this on the web.
Okay, Siri acting like it. Hold on, Salaki brothers. Alright, Salaki brothers. So I got the word beguile here from the blue letter. And the Hebrew word is
Strong's H 5377. Nasha. Nasha.
alright, Nashah. And it means to delude or morally to seduce, beguile, deceive. And you've been greatly deceived. Again, by things like Women's Liberation Act. All right, which the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers was behind that to separate the homes, basically to destroy the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native and Seminole Indian family, basically. And along the way, some of their own people got destroyed by it, but mainly to destroy the Jake household. All right, again, to put the man out of the house. I give you some goodies. I give you somewhere to stay. I give you some food stamps. All right, you can put the guy on child support. All right, you don't need a man. You could be independent. Now all this female rap, pushing, self, don't love nobody, just hop from rod to rod, basically be a whore, so on and so forth. So you drunk the Edomite Kool-Aid. You drunk it all. All right, and now look at you. Now you're out there drinking yourself to death because you're waking up and realizing that ain't the way to go. All right, the lifestyle that he told you was good isn't the way to go. All right. So again, to be seduced, which is what you got, which is just like Eve did. She got seduced by Esau back then in the garden. You also got seduced by Esau in the latter days as well. All right, deceived greatly. All right, and now you're drinking yourself to death, or just straight up killing yourself. A lot of women are just straight up killing themselves, drinking bleach. One woman, I saw a while back, she just drowned herself in the ocean or whatever. She wrote a long letter and just dove out. I guess she just dove out in the ocean, and he found her body in the ocean. All right, women are hanging themselves, doing all this crazy shit, man. All right, why? Because they're depressed, because they drunk the Edomite Kool-Aid, man, and now they're realizing the lifestyle that he told you was good ain't the way to go. All right, so like I said, I ain't gonna spend too much time on this topic, but really, I only really want to do I thought it was gonna be under 9 minutes, but it went a little bit long. Which usually all my videos are pretty much like quick hits, but yeah, man. But like I was saying, there's absolutely nothing wrong with drinking, as long as it's drinking in moderation. What's that? Ecclesiastes, Sirach. It's Sirach chapter 31, verse 27. I think it is. Yep. It's Sirach chapter 31, verse 27. Wine is good as life to a man, if it be drunk in moderation. And moderation pretty much means to drink less of, to do something less of, and don't do like an excessive amount of something. All right, because again, it's all good. It's cool to drink wine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with drinking wine, but you got to drink it in moderation. All right. You also don't want to be drunkard neither, and that's what most of these women are. Because again, I'm pretty sure brothers seen it. Women to get off work, especially on a Friday, what they call pregame drinking at home. All right, then go to the club and you get drunk. Guys are buying drinks, so it's free drinks for the women until a certain amount of time, and they're in there drinking. And next thing you know, you see them in the parking lot in the bushes over there in the corner, their guts, while the homegirl's holding their hair. All right, and then they go back home, sleep, then wake up, and they're looking at the four walls again. And then they sink further into a further state of depression, man. Why? Because you you drunk the Edomite Kool-Aid. What is life than to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad. Right. And again, there's nothing wrong with drinking wine, man, at all. All right. It's good. The scripture says, it's great to drink wine. It lightens up the mood. Puts you in a good mood. All right, but it's got to be drunken in moderation, because it also can take you out too. All right, if not drunken in moderation, especially this shit Esau got out there now, man. All right, wine measured drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of mind. But wine drunken with excessive maketh bitter. Right, drunken excessive maketh bitter. That's when these women are falling. And not only the women, again, the men, because again, the scripture say when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So the men are drinking themselves to death too. But now it's rising further in women, because they're waking up and realizing that this ain't the way to go. All right. But it says again, the bitterness of mind with brawling and quarreling. All right. So it brings bitterness to your mind, wicked, off thoughts, basically, evil thoughts. All right. Punching the walls or punching the pillow, ultimately killing yourself. All right. Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool till he offend and diminishes strength and maketh wounds. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with urging him to drink. All right. Let me look at that word quailing real quick. Salakia. Just look that up real quick. Salakia, brother. Let's just look up this word real quick. Matter of fact, like I said, I don't really want to spend too much time on this topic, but because it's another thing I want to do, but another video, if the Lord allow, I want to do. So I'm gonna get this last precept. This is Proverbs chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine to those that be heavy of hearts. Right, which again, we all need to drink every now and then, because we're being ruled under the fucking under the white man, the so-called white man. He's all about oppression. It's like it for the curse words, but he's all about depression. All he wants to do is put hell on you. And every now and then you need a drink. All right, but you don't drink yourself to death, or you don't drink yourself, be drunk all the time. All right, like the scripture said. That, well, we keep reading it. Verse 7. Let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more. Right. So that's why we drink by the time, because forget our poverty, that we're slaves. We gotta work or whatever. So on and so forth. Pay this bill, pay that bill. And every now you drink, take some drinks and to unwind, to forget those things. All right. But you don't drink yourself to death. All right. And again, that's what these women out here are doing. Get the article still up, Salakia. But that's what these women out here are doing, man. They're drinking themselves to death. All right, like that article showed. All right, so with that, again, I didn't really want to make this too long at all. It went kind of longer than I actually planned for it to be, but that's all right. Abaratazar, the Lord was it's like Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashira, Kakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.